Hi everyone, this is Tanya from Psycho Moms, and I want to share with you my little quick tip today. What I have are these little journal cards, but they're not just journal cards. See how the text is typed on there, or is written on there perfectly straight, but there are no lines. No lines. Well, this is how I did it. These little cards generated as a index card, a standard 3x5 index card, but I always cut them in half, and I have them on me all the time. I put them in my purse. They're small, compact. I stick them in my purse, I stick them in my camera bag, and when I'm out shooting an event or anything, I always take notes on these. And I've always been in the habit with the events to always use a Sharpie or a permanent ink marker to keep my notes, because it never fails. It rains, and as soon as these things get wet, the ink runs, and now I've lost my notes. So the other day I pulled one out and wanted to use it as the journal card, and I didn't have time to retype it, so I decided to just run with it. And I created a journal tag that was, I went ahead and added some glimmer to it, and to my amazement, the lines disappeared. Now with the journal tag that I wanted to use, I don't have it anymore because I gave it away, but the journal tag that I wanted to use, it didn't matter if the lines were there or not. It was a bonus that it was gone. So let me show you how I did it. I take my little card, and I'm going to write something on here. And I'm using just a standard Sharpie. Now, if you're using these for scrapbooking, Sharpies are not acid-free. So I recommend using a permanent ink pen that is acid-free, and the big pens are. And they're not only permanent, but they're also acid-free. And they come in multitudes of colors. So these are great pens. But I like the Sharpies for my camera bag because I can find them compact and in neutral colors like black or brown. So I'm going to use the Sharpie today because that's what I have out. Anyway, so you're going to take it and you're going to type your message on here. Or you're going to write your message on here. Okay, so I've written my text, and notice how straight it is. Then I'm going to take my homemade glimmer, which you could use glimmer mist, any kind of misting spray you have, or any kind of ink that you have that's water-based. And I'm going to start out with my aqua color because it's my my goldish brown color because it's my lightest color. And you always want to start with your lightest color first. And you want to heavily saturate this card. You want lots and lots of liquid on here. And if you don't want to waste your glimmer, spritz it with water first, then spritz it with the glimmer. Now, you want this to sit saturated. Don't try and heat it with the heat gun, because the heat gun is not going to be your friend in this matter. Then I'm going to go around the edges with my other color, because I'm not just stuck on brown these days. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to lightly rub it in everywhere, because I want to try and get rid of those lines. And I'm trying to work this water down into the fibers of this paper. Now don't rub real hard because you don't want to leave a residue, lift up the residue or whatever. Now, if you notice, I've kind of taken some of that glamour off, or that glitter off. So I'm going to put it right back. Just another little sprint of color. Let it sit. Do not mess with it. Do not use the heat gun on it. Let it sit. As you can tell, the lines are starting to disappear anyway. Then I'm taking my broken china, which is the same color as the blue that I have in there, in the ink pad. I'm putting a little on my blender tool, and I'm very lightly going to come around the edges just to give it a little more distress. Now, very lightly tap it. Do not try and rub it, because if you do, you're going to rip it. And if ripped is what you want, then ripped is what you'll get. But if you notice, the lines are gone. And once you can see as it's wet that the lines are gone, by all means come back, hit it with your heat gun, and let it dry. Now, I'm just going to do this for time's sake, pat it dry. Try and get as much of the water off of it as you can. Now I'm going to pull in kind of close here, but I want you to notice there's a few little lines that you can see right there, but for the most part, they're gone. As this dries, the lines will continue to go away. Now I'm going to take my blender tool, and the easiest way to kind of mask them and get rid of them around the edges is I take a swirly, stamp, come back in, add me some little stamped images around the border just to kind of give it some kind of little dressed up feel to it. And you could use any kind of stamp, obviously. I think this particular stamp was the swirls from Autumn Leaves. And then I'm going to clean off my pad, come back with my broken china with the same stamp, because I like things to have a few layers to them. And I'm going to put those swirls on. It kind of gives a little more depth. Now, I embrace imperfection to a degree, but a lot of the reasons why I never use my handwriting in my journaling is because I do not like the fact that it goes on crooked when you write. It bothers me. It always has bothered me. So, by doing it this way, I'm able to preserve my handwriting, and I don't have to worry about it being crooked. As you can tell, it's all straight. And the lines are gone. Absolutely gone. When this completely dries, they will be gone like magic. Magic. It's magical. Magic tricks. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to continue because I never finish anything quickly. I'm going to continue on trying to distress these edges up. Again, after you notice that the lines are gone, you can hit it with the heat tool and just go ahead and get it finished. But I like for mine to just air dry. But if you're impatient and you just want it to be finished, there you go. Lines are gone. Absolutely gone. Look at the glimmer. Love it. Love it. Okay, thank you for watching.